Hello boys and girls, Bear here, and we are back for more Creeper World puzzle maps, CSMs. On this one, Corky style apparently. Corky is one of the guys who make those maps. So yeah, I just felt like, hey, it's been a while. How about we just go for a little map? That map actually don't seem to be that little. I might have to do a little bit of video editing to keep it interesting, but yeah, I felt like playing another map and presenting you yet another build. So this one seems to have some very interesting features. I didn't really look it into detail, so let's just dive in and yeah, have fun. So, what do we see? We can see we have two anti-bonuses here, so those red guys. Okay, to make it simpler for you, because of the settings once again, I will immediately put the command center. I do not see, quickly looking at this, I do not see really another place to put the command center, so I'm gonna put it immediately, and I'm going to immediately also build a terraformer. That way I will be able to, there we go, I can use the terraform button, and now I can actually show you the things that I see. Cool stuff. Alright, so we have two bomb maker. I don't know how to call those, but basically they are creating different type of bombs, and we have here some very funky. Normally those are things you use for the bombs. I think they're recharge, because probably they have limited use. I also of course see immediately this negative bonus. Those charges here have quite a strong effect, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna check it, but if I'm not mistaken, those bombs basically transform creeper into anti-creeper, and that can change the map quite fast. Actually, we can turn things around really fast, so maybe that's the reason why they put a limited number of them, but I might be completely mistaken. Maybe things are not the way they appear, and we're gonna discover that together. So I see 1, 2, I see a third one here, 3, and a fourth one here, anti-bonus. So in order to protect ourselves from those, I'm going to immediately put some Levelton here, as well as probably like this. We keep a security with this guy, Levelton here. What do I mean by security? Simply that since this blue emitter can explode and release creeper, then if this turns into anti-creep, we could wait for this to explode and retake the negative bonus. As for here, things are a little more complex, so I think it would be beneficial for us to build a wall like this. Not sure if that's the wall. We're gonna see. We are gonna see. Can we see anything else in particular before starting? Because as soon as we start, everything will start being produced. We have a lot of those. Flood me with anti-creeper to save me. So we can turn those around, the red ones. However, we cannot affect them with a bomb, and that's the important factor here, because those bombs, they need to have a target as a creeper, like an emitter of some sort, and then you have a radius around them, meaning that we can use those bombs to turn the other bombs. If we put it here, I'm fairly sure that the radius would only take this one, and then the strength of those two still exists, and because it remains, it will flip this one over very quickly. You cannot flip all three of them. Same for here. Maybe flipping this one could turn around those four, and that would be the trick. To have like first to flip those around, and then it will be enough strength to push, but we are talking 450 creeper here, so I can see how this is not for early game. Same stuff here. So all of the white is surrounded by 350s creeper emitters, so this is a very high volume of creeper. Same stuff, we cannot flip those, so I can see how and the white is connected to the green, on several occasions. So the white and the green are gonna get a lot of creeper. Funny enough, the red seems to be the exception this time. We have a lot of red passage, and I need to start the game so we can see. No? No. Okay, interesting. I cannot see the connectors between gates. Okay, so let me get back to Terraform. Okay, we cannot see the connections. So, immediately, this one is going to turn, flip, and then invade us with his creep. It's just a way to delay things up. If we are being delayed, maybe there is a reason for that. I can see the red has a lot of emitter around it. It's 50, and we are into the beginning zone, so I will take this door and close it. Now, besides this, what do we see? This is closed, so we are not gonna get flooded by here. This, however, is not. Is there any immediate danger on this area? It's fairly low, but sometimes it comes from far away. So here we're at 50, 20, 50, 20, 5, 5, 25, 25. Okay. As for the red, is the red... Oh, yes. Okay, so the red can be in contact with a lot of creep through this 250 right here. But if that's the only one, they could close this guy, and then all of the red will remain at a lower level. So that's often what the puzzle requests, is for you to actually look around what is being produced on large quantity. Like here we have quite a lot of emitters, but they are 50s, they are not so high. I don't see a huge amount of creep being produced. On this side, we have a red connected to a pink, so that tells us that maybe the pink is going to be the one flooding onto the red. Here as well, it's connected on 2 different points, red and pink, and here red and 2 pinks. Okay, and we have yet another 250. This one cannot be protected, so pink and red are in time going to be flooded up to 250 creeper. So definitely blocking this red was the right thing to do. And the second right thing to do, I believe, since red is going to keep on pushing, will be to block this access. I mean, this is 5, this is 10, 10, and 10. Oh, we only have this red door here in this entire area. Okay, so I can see how we should immediately close these gates. Alright, now doing so should normally give us the necessary time for us to develop things up. So I'm just gonna let it turn a bit, first of all because this guy here is going to flood everything. I need to protect my turp somehow. Can I put it somewhere else? Because this is going to flood everything. Do I have like a little spot where I can put my turp? Come on. Alternatively, I can just send it to fly when the thing explodes and then bring it back. I can see immediately that yellow is not being flooded, so it must have just one emitter. I mean, it has these, of course, but logically this one should be separated from the group. Here it's not. Yellow, yellow. It would be so much easier if they had put the connectors. Normally you see the connection. Sorry, when you put your mouse over one of the gates, all the gates that are within the same network are usually linked to it, so you can quickly see the position of the gate. Here we got it, 5. So we have a 5 creeper right here. Now our anti-creep is going to turn this one over. Yes, our anti-creep is going to be strong enough to turn this one over. Now this one is generating 5 creeper. I do not really have a good way to protect my turp. Can I put it here in between? No. Do we have any space anywhere? I really don't see anything. So it takes a little bit of time. I just want to see the anti-creep reach closer. I could make it faster by blocking, initially blocking to move the... Actually, it's not necessarily a stupid idea. I'm going to go for turn level 2. I'm gonna close it as close as I can, because why wasting the effort? Huh? Now I'm gonna wait for this one to flood, and that's gonna double up my strength. So it's gonna go to 20 after that, yes. So now we are producing 20 anti-creep, and that's gonna make it much faster, because I'm just gonna let it produce a little bit. Because the amount of anti-creep we're gonna have in the zone is going to fight against the amount produced at the destruction of this creeper. So we're gonna have the 5 average of this zone to fight against, and the 3600 creeper. And I don't even know what's the amount here, but that's for the dev to know. When we release this and it overflows, this is gonna be released against whatever we produced before. So we are at an average of 30, as you can see below, as it's written here in this area. You can see the high of either creeper or anti-creeper. Right now we are on anti-creeper, AC, so we are at minus 14, because anti-creeper is negative when creeper is positive. So the numbers are like this. When you reach 0 is the passage at which you switch between creeper and anti-creep in a zone. So we are at around minus 16, so we are developing our level of anti-creep to 16. Now we have 20, so the more it produces, and the closer to a 20 level in the zone it will do. I am going to open it soon, because I don't want to waste too much time with this. I mean, we're gonna have to suck it up anyway. So let's open it and take our terp and tell it to go out. Now this is gonna explode. There you go. And now our anti-creeper fights this surge of creep. And I can see... I mean, it's being depleted. It's been completely depleted. We still have quite a bit. Yeah, no. That's not very good. I'm gonna make it fly the other way before it touches. If it touches here, the turp will be destroyed immediately. So I'm gonna let it fly and just wait for our anti-creeper to produce enough to nullify all these creep, basically. That seems to be taking a little bit of time. We still have 16 levels, but that's going down pretty fast. 14 already. Okay, so it's a matter of seconds. I'm just gonna let it do what it does. And then I'm gonna bring my turp to fly the other way. Just because we still need a little bit. And our emitter is starting to fight back. Okay, very good. Now we are at 8 and it's going down again. We have to wait for that one. I can accelerate a little bit. I just don't want to lose my turp for no reason. There we go. Now we have a safe zone. Let's go back. Okay, so what will be next? So we are going to take this one back and we are going to raise up to 20. Let's look at our 4 immediate zones here. We have 5, 5, 5, and 5, so all of them are equal. Let's check out the average. The average here is 5. The average here is a little bit less because of the gate, because this creeper here is trying to flood the entire yellow zone, and that's a lot of territory to flood, so it takes more time. This one here is a 5, this one is also a 5. Here we have a 5 and we have again the gate. So what we could do, knowing that we have 20 soon, let's build up a little bit quickly on this one because it's really close, so we're gonna have maximum strength to push against it. Actually, I'm gonna bring my turp here in the power zone. This way it will do its derp thing much faster. So let's open here first, stun this guy. That's gonna pressurize this area. And then I think that really quick we're gonna turn this one. That's gonna bring us to 30. Once we are at 30, I will open here and I'm gonna keep on pressurizing this area. I know that this is a lot more creeper overall. I'm just a little bit concerned because these here have a lot more emitters. So what does that mean? In this area, you can see that the average is almost to 10 because it's always the creeper, the emitter creeper with the higher number that sets the max volume of creeper that you can have. So this one is 10, while those two are 5, and this one is 10 as well. There are 2 10s and 2 5s. So the average that will be in the zone will be 10. Now 10 is less than 20, of course, but it will take more effort to turn it around. Here we have 5, 5, and 5, so this zone is actually quite easy to turn around, but there are 3 of them fighting against one of us. So how about we give ourselves a little backup? I'm going to open this, because this is still on my side. There we go. And we are at 14 average, so let's... Every time you give more space to your zone, that space needs to be filled, either by anti-creep or by creep. Therefore, it will take a bit of your amount and fill it up and try to put it to level. And that's why your average level is going to lower, just like if it was water. Now we are pushing up. We are pushing up and it's slow, you can see the wave being pushed on the entire zone. But we're already at 15, almost 16 level, so that's pretty comfortable, I think. We're gonna overtake this one. And that should not be too hard. Now this guy is immediately going to turn into a 20, so that's gonna give us a lot of strength. Come on, we just need to pass 2 levels of anti-creep, or not even, I think, 1 full level of anti-creep, I think, turns around the emitter. But we are fighting against a lot of creep, so already we are down to 13, but we are pushing, so that will turn for sure. Doesn't matter, we are already bringing the area down to 2. This area is not down to 2 yet, because it's not suffering from the same impact. The creep that is here is being eliminated by the anti-creep, so it's a war. The war is happening on this zone. Come on, we are not far from it, just a little bit more. I'm going to accelerate a little bit, because while waiting... There we go. So this one has been turned and is now producing 20 anti-creep in this zone. That's gonna push all that creep away very fast. We can immediately open on this area, because this is going to climb up again, knowing that now we have 2 emitters creating anti-creep. So this one is not being challenged anymore. So we are pushing up to 13, 14. I mean, of course, these creeps still suck up our anti-creep, but this guy here is doing a nice buffer for us. Okay, we're between 13 and 14. I'm going to open this guy. And that should turn pretty fast, because now the average in the entire zone is being reduced. There we go. And now we have 3 guys pushing. So we are going to push real hard in the yellow zone. I'm just going to let it turn the entire yellow, because we are going to benefit from yet another 2, if not more. No, I think 2. Another 2 bonuses. So we should reach maybe 50 or 60 at that point. We are going faster. This guy is gonna be turned, and that's our last enemy in this area. There we go. So the yellow zone has been completely turned around, and we got the bonuses. Now we are emitting at 60. So that's quite a fast beginning. That's a fast beginning. I think... So we still do not have a proper area to set up our forge for bonuses. What we could do is to start preparing a few reactors, just in case. And now we are going to turn this zone here, because it has 3 emitters, yes, but they are pretty low, so they should be turned really fast. With 60, we are going to push there real good. Actually, I can go straight up and open this one. So we're gonna benefit yet from another 2 emitters, and I would be surprised if this 3600 actually manages to fight against 70 anti-creep, because we turned this one. Plus this one, of course, 80 with this one. So this one is gonna be turned, it's too close. Is it going to be strong enough to turn? Okay, it was strong enough to turn our bonus down, but it's never gonna reach this guy. So I'm not concerned about it. Now this one might touch our command center. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it touched the command center, because during the explosion, this area in specific went above 100 creep, but very, very quickly. So it overflowed and went into the platform of our command center. We are losing a little bit of life due to the creep, but that's not a problem because that creep is now being negated by the area that touches this overflow of anti-creeper, and that anti-creeper negated whatever was on there. When you do not have an emitter, creeper or anti-creeper do not stick to a specific area. This area is level 2, as you can see down there. You cannot see it, unfortunately. As you can see with the cursor, here you have the level of the platform, right? So if I put my cursor on the platform, you can see it's level 2, and each level is 100 creep, and now we are passing over 100. How are we passing over 100 here? Is it 50? Okay, are the levels by 50? Oh, well, if the levels are by 50, that explains even more why this overflowed completely. Okay, I'm gonna build another turb, just so we have quick moving. Now, if we are passing over 50, I think that turning this area around is going to be quite easy. So we have 25, 25, 25, 20, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 5, 20, 25. Now you have to remember that all of those had the time to build up a lot of creep. So in order to take those areas, we're gonna have to produce ourselves. But now we are already reaching over 50, so I can, without a doubt, open the area, turn around those guys, open the area, turn around those guys, and this zone and these zones are going to turn really fast. Now, interesting thing, those two are marked 1 and 2. So as explained in a previous video, but you probably didn't watch it, those are special stargates that comes around the gate itself, as you can see. They are not activated right now, but they will. And those special stargates are related to those two or any others that will have the same number. Now we are getting the number 2 as well. So the number 2 will be related to this one, the number 1 related to this one. Why are those important? Well, they're important because those targets we can send to any other gate. And that will isolate this gate from its network and fill it up with whatever is on the related Stargate. So we have a network number 1 and a network number 2. The network number 1 benefits from all those emitters that are here and that we are developing through every bonuses. And those emitters are going to form a sort of pool of anti-creep that will create a lot of pressure on one specific gate. And that's the thing. So, for example, we can double it up. If I take the number 1 and put it here, I add to this network this emitter. But that's not beneficial because they are too close to each other. So they are actually pumping on the same anti-creep. It makes no sense. However, if I start turning some other gates like this one, the red one here, it will have a lot of emitters around it. So I could turn it into a gate number 1 and create a network number 1 between those two gates. Using the third or fourth, I even have a fourth gate, wow. So I think we really need to use this in this puzzle, the way it's been presented. We are now freeing an entire zone that allows us to do some sort of shenanigan. I'm going to put my forge in here, because this is the area that has been given to us for this. And this area is almost completely turned over. That's gonna free up the number 7. That gives us this. Ooh, how very interesting. We have here... Ah! How funky! How funky. They were not appearing before. I did not realize that. They changed. They changed into various different type of bomb. So what do we have here? We cannot see them before they get operational. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So I think I'm going to instead build a turb here and here. Send this one here. And put a relay here. This one becomes obsolete. There we go. So this relay is boosted, and it will easily give to those two guys, maybe even to this guy here. Yeah, this relay goes a lot farther due to the fact that it's on the power zone. Now we have number 8. Number 8 is below, and we have number 7 here now, which is above, so we can do a double attack. I suspect that there are quite a bit of creep here. Yeah. So in this area only, we have 340 creep average already. Now, if you look at the emitters, you're gonna say, but they're all 50. How is it even possible? Well, they're all coming from the gates, and this gate is connected to this gate, connected to this gate, like red, blue, brown. They're all connected together. We need to figure out how to isolate some gates, and that's gonna be the puzzle for you. The 5 is going to cut some ways, so I'm going to immediately do that. It doesn't want to. Why? Why doesn't it want to? Oh, I need I need 2 5s to be able to do that. Okay, I need to free up this one as well. This is also something we didn't see before. There is more than one condition for this one. So the lock is here, but we need to free up the 2 locks to be able to benefit from this door. Okay, forge. I'm gonna give it first the energy efficiency and the speed, as always. This is what you want to do at the beginning. More energy and more speed, because you wait long enough. We have yet another power zone here. I'm not entirely sure what it will be good for, because this one here can probably cover pretty well. I'm gonna put a relay just in case. It's going to be connected to those. We will see what happens after. Okay. So, we cannot open the 7, but can we open the 8? And the answer is probably no. Because we are producing now 110 anti-creeper, which is already very, very good, due to this new bonus and this new bonus and this new bonus that we unlocked. So we went from 80 to 110. I could open the red and make it so it attacks the red network, but the red network is connected to the pink, and the pink network is connected to what else? What is blue connected to? Not having the strings is really annoying. Blue is connected to white, which is the worst. Okay, I mean, if we go into the maximum amount of creep up there, sorry, I need to show you with that. If we go into the chart, we can see that immediately white is completely full at 400 level. Now brown, blue, and green are not yet completely full, but they will be because blue is connected to white, so white is going to fill up blue as well. And brown is probably going to be connected somehow to blue. Yes, brown is connected to blue as well. So brown is going to also be at the max. So really not cool. What we can work with is red and purple that are yet not completely flooded. So red and purple, are they isolated? Not here. This one is very bad. So what I'm gonna do a max 10. Build a wall here and transfer this to here. Now I need to block this one too. How many red do we have that are connected to other things? So they're connected to pink, to red. So this zone is okay. Red here is connected to itself. Red here is connected to pink. And I'm looking if I see another red or another pink. So red and pink here. This red is isolated. We have red alone, pink alone, red and pink together. So those two reds, no, that red as well and that red as well are being connected to those guys here. How are we gonna do that? So I think one of the first things to do now, I'm going to connect them using the Stargate. So the first thing to do is going to be unlock that red and then very quickly block it with the Stargate, otherwise we're gonna lose everything. There we go. So now this red is isolated from its own network, and it's part of my network, the number one network. Now we are going to boost this area using the network, or free up this area. 50, 50, 50. Maybe that's the way to go. I got 2 ones. I'm going to send them at the same time. That's gonna be hard on them, but we have a lot of emitters, and that should be able to fight against this. This area is isolated now. It's this area against our, and it should work. I have 1 and 2 level 2. I wonder if it's not worth trying to isolate those guys too. I'm just afraid because there is so much creeper already. So much creeper. What else can I do? Now, what else did I block previously? So we have 1 door here, and oh, I free up my door. Okay, I freed up my door. So let's take that door and let's close. So we have those 2 and we have this one. I'm gonna close this one, and we can work on those 2. Now we still have the problem of this area. That's still very problematic, but maybe we can turn around things using the bombs. I did not imagine that the bombs will come from this side, to be fair. Now we are already turning things around here. Soon we're gonna see those emitter turn, and that will help keep red in a average better level. Now we also have pink, but it's only red that's been put in contact with those guys. Yeah, just very concerned. There is a lot. 260, 260. Okay, this area is being decontaminated. Very good. This is a converter. This chip can produce 2 more bombs. Oh, and we already have one here. We already have one here. Is it connected? It is connected. Now we can try to explode this area, and we have a blue and a purple circle. So what does that mean? That means that we are first going to explode on a radius of the blue, giving anti-creep everywhere. And then after a few seconds, it will explode again into the radius of the purple, giving creeper. Hopefully what's in the bigger radius will fight against it. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna send it, and I'm going to turn those 2 guys into second circuit. That's gonna be real tough against that, but I'm going to hopefully make it easier. So hold on, there we go. Now all of those guys turned very quickly. Now it's gonna explode again. But hopefully we can mitigate. Go on, against this one. 150, shit. 150 creeper, that's not good. Maybe I didn't position properly. I can try another one. Can I try... This is too far. How can I do it? Ideally I would like to do it here. Maybe I could take a different type of bomb. So how about I help already more around here to make it easier for it. I'm gonna try to make it easier. Now I can also open this entire area so that there we go. Now we're gonna have a little bit of push, but that's gonna explode again. Paf. Okay, that exploded. It was taken over, of course. I didn't expect to keep it. Now we have a few more. I'm gonna put it, unless maybe we have something better to do than that. So we managed to reduce the amount of creep quite significantly, and what I could do immediately is build a level 10 wall up there. I need more fire range and fire rate. Now that's right. So as long as this does not reach 500, we should be good. I'm going to do a bit of shenanigan. I don't think that we can take this area quick enough. So, there we go. I'm going to explode everything in this zone. That's gonna turn around the blue. And that's gonna do a lot of good for us. Plus, turn also quite a few into a red zone here. So the red should benefit from it. Now we have... Oh, we have unlocked... Okay, I think I did the right thing, because we have unlocked another 2. Alright, so now this one is gonna explode. Completely negated. That's gonna change, however, so we still have too much in the red. We still have too much in the red. Those reds are protected, though. I could try to turn things around here. I think that would do some work. Oh, I can do it on the red itself. Very good. Let's do it on the red itself. That's gonna turn everything here. That should give it a good boost. Now let's try to see if maybe we can free up this. I mean, it has a lot of... No, it's not so much. And free up this here, like this. Yeah. Ah, and I free up another one of those. Very good. So, I think I'm going to, as soon as this one turns, I'm going to say, now you are part of the number 2. So, all those are now connected together. And the next one I'm gonna want to do is one that's quite easy to get. So I think this one. Now, do we see other stargates? Number 1 or number 2? Do we see more of them? And we have also all those things. So we have the Omega model. I have no idea what that is. The flipper. So a flipper would be logically switching one emitter. An accelerator is a booster to one emitter. Diffuser that goes straight into the blue emitters, that explodes the blue emitter. What do we have here? SingGen. I have no idea what that is. And we have the freezer that just frees an area from expanding. And the converter, of course. But we have 3 converters right now, so I'm using it. Forge, I'm going to do a bit more energy and speed. Now, purple is pushing hard. And I think I want to go and say, give me more. Those are just too... They're just too powerful. I'm gonna use those. They're gonna help me a lot, I think. Look, I'm going to turn everything here. That should do some job. And also, I could actually open from here to here. No, we have 200 still. I need to reduce this amount of creep. There we go. That should do some work. Not so much, actually. Not so much. Still have a lot of work to do. What else can I do? 110. Okay, I did reduce by half. How about I do it here in the middle, and then I'm going to open this. There we go. That one is gonna change, and now we are pushing against the creep. Good. Okay, that's still painful, but that might survive. Not this one, it was too much, but this one might survive, especially if I give it a little bit of a oomph. Come on. Push it. Down there's... Ah, okay, we got 150 here, so this one is really hard for us. But now we are pushing at 1,400. That should go pretty fast. And that will lower... Yeah, there we can see it already. That will lower on the statistics, on the magenta and the red. You're gonna see that the amount of creeper is going to be reduced. We're gonna do it a couple of times. Probably on this one, as soon as it turns. Come on, flip the emitter. You can do it. We are pushing 140 against 20. That should be... Nah, maybe not. Maybe it's not enough yet. It should be, but maybe not, because we have quite a bit up there. Actually, not that much. That should be faster. Anyway, we have what we need. It would be very good to know what to do here. How can we unlock this area? And I'm very curious to use those as well. So I'm going to bring this one back, and I'm going to try the Omega after. First, I'm going to push one more time. Push, push, push. Omega model M60 MV1. Okay, that's pushing hard. That's pushing hard. Are you gonna get this one? I think so. Yes. And we get another bonus. So we are passing now at 150. Plus, we get most of our area. Okay, so we got a black bomb. What does this bomb do? It goes on a emitter. I'm gonna try it here. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Flood me with anti-creeper. Ooh! Oh, it's a black hole. Interesting. It's the equivalent on very large scale to the singularity weapon from our forge. How interesting. I'm gonna take that away. It's too dangerous. It's very dangerous, this thing. Okay, and now it's coming down. Holy! What the hell just happened? Okay. We got a big explosion up there, and that released a lot of anti-creep everywhere. Very cool. Very, very cool. We got the 5, by the way, and I just used that to switch it off, and the 6 is not yet taken. Okay. Wow, that was interesting. How about a flipper? I want to see what the flipper does. Logically, it should just turn a creeper to anti-creep, but let's see if it is the case. Let's flip. Oh, it's on the radius. Let's do it here then. Okay, it's a test. It's a test. I'm going to take it off because we still have some converter that I could definitely use. I could also use the diffuser for the blue, but let's see already what this one does. The flipper. Look! It did a radius of anti-creep during 6 seconds. This one exploded, and this one is being taken over. No? Yes. It's producing 250. Okay, this one is a big problem for us. And then... and it exploded again! Ah, now that's interesting. How many times did it do it? It does it again. That's gonna reduce, I think, quite a bit, huh? Yeah, and the 4th time. Yay! So can those now push enough on the red to ensure that we keep the... Come on. Ah, don't let it take you. Can I do a... That's disappointing. Why did it turn so fast? 50, 50. There isn't so much actually. Here, I'm going to do a converter. I'm gonna do a converter. I'm gonna change this zone here. That's quite a lot of... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This guy opened. Alright. Reopen the creep. That's due to the Omega. The Omega... Oh wow, 250. I actually got 250 push from this guy. All right. So let's take that and do a big boom on this guy. Now that should do some work. Hopefully, I'm not using them wrongly, because we have a limited resource of it. There we go. There we go. That should do some good work on the red. The red is still pushing, huh? The red is still pushing. Is it just this guy? Or am I missing something somewhere? Am I missing... I'm missing something right here. 250... 250, etc. Okay, I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that at all. I'm going to explode them all. And I'm going to go for... I mean, I'm gonna go Omega if you don't... I think I'm gonna go Omega. I mean, you do need to absorb a lot of anti-creep, I suppose, with the Omega. I could do a diffuser. The diffuser is useful. It takes a little bit of time, but it's useful. You can break the blue ones. Come on, do some job. Paf. There you go. Push all that creep away. Push it away. I mean, this one's gonna turn again, but... Look. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, it turned. Oh, shit. But maybe this one is going to turn now. Yeah, we're gonna have some push now. Okay, we are having some push. Finally, we are finally turning things around with the red. Okay, now we are going to... Oh, this one is breaking already. Okay. I think the situation in the red area is settled. What we could do... we can just break a few blues. Those blue, they are just being a pain in the butt, so... We got the number 6, and the number 6 blocks here, so let's use it. We are separating a little bit now, things. We already did it with the 5 here. So we are isolating blue from white. White is definitely the one that has the strongest creep. So that should do some work. And now we are also able to join things up together. So, yeah. I'm gonna put a relay here that we connect to this guy, that we connect to this guy, and I'm going to put... Shit. Need to put it back properly. 2 terps. Now the number 17 is closed and seems to be our next target. Number 17 is going to open the next zone where we have blue, green, but also brown. And all of them, especially green, was in direct contact with white. Now green and white is not very good for us. Now number 12 could be also a soft opener on this area toward white. Now as we said before, we cannot turn those emitters and they are pushing at 450. We are very far from that. Even though we unlocked this entire red zone, we are only at 200 at this point. So we cannot do that, not yet. I'm going to push this one on the zone. Okay. So what is our next step? First I'm going to use my power, so fire range, fire rate, and a little bit of beat speed. Why not? Alright. We can break the blues emitters. So how about you break this one? Why not? And we need to keep on doing that because those blue are always a setback, so it's always good to have them exploded. We still have 2 chip for converter, and then we have this one. I'm not entirely sure how often we can produce a bomb with the major chip. So I wouldn't want to use too much of it, especially if we are actually limited. So, what should we do next? Another power zone here. Quite a lot of power zones. There we go. Next one is here. We have quite a few of them, so we need to look at their position. So the freezer, I don't like that bonus so much. The freezer just stops things in a zone from happening. Not entirely sure how exactly to make use of it, because it freezes the creeper but also freezes the anti-creeper. It just stops time in a zone. Maybe it helps to quickly build a wall in an area. Maybe I could use it for here, and then send a bomb to clear things up, but it freezes everything, so I can build my wall, and then it releases. I don't know. Let's do another blue if we can see it right here. We got a lot of them. We got one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I can see immediately. So we keep them going. Okay. Next, I'm going to destroy this one. Put a relay. Actually, logically, the relay should be here. Creates a triangle. And that should be a terp. You can put a relay next to it. There we go. Faster. Next. We did this one. We have one here. 5 and 6 are isolated. Number 3. Number 3 is not isolated. Number 3 is a door to open to this area. 200. And we are at 200. Should we then consider moving our door and close? What will be our next target? Looking at the graph up there, I can see that brown and blue and maybe green are the logical next targets. They are not being flooded as much as white. White is the max. Brown seems even to be a little less. Why is that? Brown is connected to blue and green. Brown is connected to blue. Brown here is isolated, connected to green, sorry. Here we have brown connected to blue again. And here we have brown connected to blue. So what that tells us is that brown is never in direct contact with white. So the way to go for the remaining colors and the remaining zones would be to attack brown, because it is the weakest. It is still next to 250 emitters, I'm just saying. Is there zones that are potentially usable? Okay. Alternatively, I use my Stargate, which I completely forgot about. So I'm gonna turn another blue. This one is the security, I'm not gonna turn it. This one is not. Alternatively, we use our Stargates. We are going to target every zones that are cut off from big area and then isolate those zones using terps. I like that zone. So that zone has quite a bit of creep on it, but I am gonna take these two and I'm gonna take one of these one. I'm gonna send it here. Not this one. This one. And I'm gonna send that. They are going to arrive at the same time. And I'm gonna turn this zone. I'm gonna work it up now by zone. And hopefully we have enough pressure to turn over those guys, because and the huge amount of creep that's in the area. Now that creep relates in relative matter. That creep in this zone. Sorry, I need to go back to Terraform. The creep in this zone is limited to the amount of, let's say, pixels that it occupies, while our anti-creep occupies a much larger area that is interconnected via these gateways. And so all these areas are actually connected to one another. That makes a huge difference. That's the reason why we are pushing the creep away, because of that. Now I'm going to send my next bomb. Where do we have it? We have one down there. Here. So we turn this area over, and I'm going to build some level 10 wall around those gates. They are not yet free. I'm going to bring a terp here and to do a... Can I not? Yes, I can. I'm gonna do a little network like this. Okay, maybe I could turn this... No, that's too much. So I'm going to isolate those two gates so that I can take those gateways and bring them to another place. I'm leaving this one here. Sorry, I'm not showing again. Those two gateways I want to bring somewhere else. I'm leaving this gate here because it's actually surrounded, immediately surrounded by quite a few emitters, and it makes it a nice gate. This one is not as nice. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4 emitters around it, a little bit like this, but this one has like 5 around, close by. Those, however, are not very good. So, next bomb. Where's the next one? Here. With the forge, we keep building up our energy efficiency. So energy efficiency, we are real bad. Why are we really bad? For a very simple reason. We did not actually build much energy. I'm gonna do a little bit, just for the sake of it. Just to make sure that I can deal with whatever I need to do. It's not a map that requires a huge amount of energy, but a little bit it's still useful. There we go. Next bomb. So, where are we with our blue situation? I don't see... I do not see any... Okay, there is a blue emitter here. Oh, I can take this one out. Let's take this one out. Okay, so now logically our walls should be up. What would be the next zone that I can easily take over that will only have 2 gates? I mean, that's not that easy. So we have this zone that only has 1 gate. This one is very interesting for me. It has very high level of creep, of course, so it's gonna be painful. But I'm gonna take the number 1 for this. I'm gonna set it here. And then I'm going to condemn this area as well. As you can see, yes, that's what I was afraid of. There is so much creep on the white that doesn't matter if you have level 9 walls. Level 9 only protect for 450, so it overflows. But we are producing quite a bit, and the overflow cannot be that high. It will be, it is high, don't get me wrong, but maybe this one will be overtaken. But I hope that this will push, because I'm still at 210. Now I'm pushing this one away. Also, every time I turn a white gate into a non-creep zone, I take away from the strength of the white network. So there is that too. I'm going here. We got 2 of them. Now the white network remains extremely strong at this point, so let's not forget that. I could also use the other things. I haven't tried this one, SingGen. I'm gonna try the SingGen. I want to see what this is. Let's just explode the next blue. I think it's done. Not yet. Soon. Okay. And at the forge, I'm going to do the move speed because it affects the speed of the bombs as well. And I'm going to do that. So, white, yes. Okay, a level 10 to block this. I need a turp close by. I'm gonna build one. That should be fine. There we go. Alright. What about here? Okay, I need to do another level 10 here. I could probably turn this zone around. Actually, now that I'm looking at the chart, I see that the brown, blue, and green are actually raising in level. And that's a little worrying. Where could I bring these to turn things around? I could take those 2. What are the level that they have? 50, 50, 50s. What matters to me is to take some that gives me bonuses, of course. There is a bonus here to take on 3 gates. 3 is too much, of course. But what did I use the... How about pressurizing this area? Let's go here. That should block blue. I'm gonna take this area from blue. And this area from blue is too close to big emitters, but I'm gonna take this. And then maybe with the 2 and my 2 red, I should be able to turn this zone down. But there is no bonuses, it's just I'm going to do a lot of pressure. So first I'm turn this one, then I'm gonna put a wall, and then I'm going to do the rest. Okay. I'm gonna turn this one. Oh, that's our funky SingGen thingy. Let's see what happens with the SingGen. I have no idea. I put it on the blue emitter, but no idea what that's gonna be. Oh, absorbing a lot of the creeper and releasing it everywhere. Now, what did that do at all? Is it just singularity weapon? So it is a black hole basically. It's a singularity weapon bomb. Okay. Singularity weapon bomb. I don't have much I can use it for, so I'm gonna send that back here and take it out because I don't need it. I would be curious maybe to do the Omega again. I mean, the Omega was fun and it turns everything around. Now, I need to do a level 10 here. Where is my one? Where is my one? I should have built my level 10, right? Yes. So, the one will go here. Of course, that's gonna pressurize here, but now my emitters are 220, and the number 2 will go here, and I'm opening this guy, putting it down here, opening this guy, bringing it down there. Now we have 4 gates pushing. That should do some work. Yes, that is indeed doing some work. Very good. Now, do we see something moving? We see the blue is starting to be affected a little bit. And by that I mean up there. In the chart we can see the blue is being affected a little bit. Now it's not extremely perceptible because we are only turning around emitters, but that's gonna do some job because again our target is the brown. What I'm thinking of doing is bringing our 2 gates and closing here. Brown is connected to green. Brown is connected to green. Or only blue? Here. Brown is connected to green here. This area for brown it's a lot. This is a mess. I don't know what to do with this. But the area below here, if I could turn those brown all together, I could block green here. Now we are pushing here pretty good. Blue and brown. We got the 17. We could open 17 here if we just join together. That would do a lot of bad in the rest. So the 17 we want to use it but later. Now what we want is to turn things around here. So maybe I could just diffuser, accelerator, flipper. Let's flip those emitters and free up brown in a more timely manner. Here we go. Then what do we want to do? Converter, I suppose. There we go. Brown is flipped. Of course it did flip our it turns things around once the that's what's funky with it. It's going to do that 4 times. So what is flipped is unflipped, and what's unflipped is flipped. It's just that we need to make sure that the last flip is still in our benefit, basically. I'm not entirely sure it's gonna be the case. Not entirely sure it's gonna be the case because we are unflipping things a little faster. Yeah. Ouch. Okay. What I could do, I think freeing up brown, giving it a push, maybe here, and I want to take those 2, I mean that is this guy, is going to be pushed pretty hard. I'm gonna bring it here. I need to isolate blue though. Wait. I need to isolate blue. And I'm going to turn those three together. There we go. We are building the wall. Done. Blue here. So yes, of course this one is turning around because there is too much pressure at this point, but I'm going to open this brown as well. I'm gonna put even more pressure on it, and this guy is going to flip everything you got here, which can put even more pressure on brown. The goal being, yes, the goal being that the amount of creeper in the brown territory, as you can see up there, is reducing. Now that should do a big reduce when the bomb explodes, plus here, what we are doing in this area is going to change a lot, but here, boom, there we go. Brown and blue just took a major hit. And I'm going to put the converter, because I really like the converter chip, it does a lot of work for us. Brown is weakened. Hopefully once we manage to turn this area here, it will do some work for us. Okay, so as you can see, this bomb is not as potent as the other one, but it will do some work for us. I'm going to boost up the speed of the bomb because it's a bit too slow. That should turn around all those guys, and I'm going to put a 0 here. There we go. And open this guy and bring it down here. Yes, I know that's gonna push just like it's pushing up there, but that's what we need to do. Make more pressure. Right now brown is less than 200, so less than 200 we are stronger than that. We are 220. I'm gonna turn things around. There we go. Gain the bonus. 2 more emitters. That should do some work right here. And now I'm going to quickly try to free up some more right here. Again, I'm just trying to weaken brown to the point where brown will be able to flip things around. There we go. That's quite a nice blow. Now brown is directly connected to blue here, so this is actually not helping so much. This is going to pressurize blue a little bit as well, but blue is still very strong. So what we could do is open brown here. And where else do we have brown? I could isolate this one and turn. Okay, brown is starting to turn. I'm going to turn the blue here. Brown is starting to turn. Brown does not have enough creep around. Yeah, that's right. And blue here is going to help as well. Now I'm pushing hard. So now brown is flipped. Finally. So we are going to help by flipping some emitters, and now blue is our target. Blue is directly connected to brown on many occasions. We got it here, we got it there. I'm going to open this one, put it on blue. Now brown is doing work for us. There we go. All of this was pushed pretty strong. Number 1. Where is our number 1 for brown? It was up there. I cannot take this one back for now because we got too much happening. Can I put some gates? I need to push blue. I could open this so it will double up the effort. 17 seems to be a good number for us, but it opens to white here, and that is dangerous. It opens here and here to white. I don't know if we are ready for that. We are at 230 at this point. What else can we do? What else can we do? Flipping this zone is going to give us 2 bonuses. We could pressurize white on this area. Once blue is done, I will pressurize white on this area, definitely. So for this, what can I do? I need to block those 2 guys and to flip those 2 guys. I mean, brown is flipped. Brown is flipped. So if I move that from here to here, I should do more. Yes, I should do more. Now blue is not being pressured by a lot of things, and I could use this to flip those emitters and give some pressure to green, but I think I need to close green. Green is blocked here. Maybe what I could do is isolate it. Fire rate. Alright. Take this one. Block it. Yeah. Green has too much power. So I'm going to block this one. Blue, I'm going to not block you. I'm going to block this guy instead. We are working on blue right now, so it's the right thing to do. I'm going to flip those guys and put more pressure on blue. Now blue is connected to white, I think. Yes, here. Here, this zone is a catastrophe for me. So what I could do is explode the last blue chip. Diffuser is the diffuser. That's the one. I'm gonna explode this this last blue emitter. I think it's the last one. The progress is not too bad. Okay, do we have any other blue emitter? I mean, we have, of course, this one here. I'm going to explode this one first. But looking at the map, I cannot see much more. And we are... Ooh, wait a second. We are reaching our zone, our second bomb zone. And I'm not ready for it. Shit. I'm gonna put a turp and hopefully build fast enough to reach it, and we're gonna see what happens. Build. Faster. Okay, hopefully, yeah, we had another turb helping, thankfully. Come on, build it faster. There we go. And we immediately got a bomb thanks to that, so that's very nice. Let's turn things around here, make a mess of things. Actually, at this point, I do prefer to just put the converter than the big bomb, because the big bomb does a double explosion. Like, first it frees up things up, and then it puts some creep back in, so at least the normal diffuser doesn't do that. We got the bonus, that's good. See, I'm gonna take this diffuser and I'm gonna say boop, diffuse me that. Oh, okay, so we got the very last blue emitter. I kept it as a security, but I'm gonna use it because if I don't use it, this bomb is blocked. That's something that I learned the hard way. If you use the diffuser and you already diffused all the blue bombs, and it creates another bomb for you, you cannot use it, and you cannot switch bombs. So that's a little bit of a shame. Keep on pressurizing white. Blue is our target right now, so we are going to put some pressure. Here, blocking green flipped everything over. That was really strong. Cool. Yeah, I'm putting some nice pressure. Okay. So our number 1 will now go down here, and our number 2 down here. We get more converter, go back to converting. I will keep on making some pressure on those emitters. I mean, I do have 2 white right here, so logically, once blue is flipped, green is next, obviously. I'm trying to push things, but yeah, white is making too much damage to allow me to change things around. So I'm going to diffuse that. I'm going to do what next? It's quite complex. I'm gonna try to do something here, but I'm fairly sure I cannot flip those emitters, so it probably won't work. I'm just gonna try. And put a terp here and a terp there to prepare for our next modifications. So that didn't do much, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it did lower. Okay, blue is flipped. Blue is flipped. That means we can do a nice shenanigan here. 250. We are at 300 thanks to the new power zones power modifier that we unlocked. I don't see exactly the value. They're all value 1, huh? Yeah, they're all value 1. It's just that we flip quite a few. Okay. Now we could do more pressure on white. That's never bad. Green. How about we change you? Like this. Now where is our number 1, number 2? We could change this number 1. And I'm going to change this guy. This guy here is isolated from the other guys. So if I put a Stargate on it, what happens? Considering that blue is now standing its ground. It's gonna push, and it's gonna allow me to take another bonus. There we go. Now once we can open white, we'll have a lot of places, a lot of points to put a pressure on white. Where can we push green? Ooh. Just for the lol, I think I'm going to flip those and do some more pressure on white. Now green is reducing considerably. Just trying to figure out where is the best angle. Can I open the 5s? Not really. I think the last 2 are here. I could open those guys. I could open those guys. I could block those guys. So put more pressure on green. Green is close to flipping. I want to put always more pressure on white. Now, of course, it's too much. There is too much for white to just turn around. The idea for me is to... Ooh, those did not flip. Those did not change. So we are doing some pressure here. And now I'm pushing even stronger on white. Now white is finally going down on the chart. Not a lot, but a little bit. A little bit. We are pushing, we are pressurizing white. Green is ours. That means we can flip those guys and help green down there. I think it will be time after that to open number 5. Come on. There we go. Number 5 is open. And we should see white logically start to go down. And this one is going to do some work as well. Bam. Yes. Let's do this guy. And then what should we consider? Number 6. I mean, yes, of course, those are still too strong. I could consider... I mean, those bombs are still doing a lot of good. I'm going to flip those guys. I think that's the last... I have 2 more zones where I need to put pressure before being able to open. And those zones are here. This zone and this zone. And I think these are going to do a lot of work against white. Boom. There we go. All of those emitters are now for me. And white is going down. We are down to the 200. Despite white having emitters at 350 and even 450. We are pushing down. Yes, very good. Number 6 is openable. Number 7 can be open. It could have been open a long time ago, of course. Number 8 was also a long time free. Now 17 was the one that we were afraid of. But it is time to open everything. And now we look as we push everything out. Now I don't think that I can use those bombs anymore, so I am going to go instead for the strength. Oh, all of those guys have been turned. I mean, to be fair, we are at 340. All of those things have been turned. Then, there we are. There we are. We beat the map. That was it. Very, very, very interesting map. This map is the absolute perfect example to show the power of those bomb modifiers. Very interesting map, because it was all about deducting which is the next zone that can be taken over, using those gateways to isolate the zone, and then using the bombs to reinforce the gateways or reinforce some specific areas to push an enemy that is always stronger than you. And we ended up freeing up 450 worth creeper with an average 340. So just because our sheer amount of emitter allowed us to progressively overtake the strength of the creeper. That was a very good map. That was a really interesting map. An hour and 20? It's not too bad for a map like that, for a puzzle like that. Actually, not even an hour and 14 minutes. I'm gonna claim that by victory. We love to see it. Submit the score. It's not that terrible, 4,400. Of course, you always have cheaters that tell you that they made the map in 4 minutes and 3 seconds, which is, they are all obviously using cracks. But no, all of those scores means absolutely nothing. A map like this will take, I think, a minimum of an hour. I don't see how you could do better than that. Anyway, so I had good fun. I hope you liked to watch the video, and I'm going to edit the video a little bit to make it shorter and I hope more entertaining than my previous videos. Please let me know in the comment section if you like it, if you like this kind of puzzles, if you like this kind of game, if you want to watch something different as well, or if you are... I'm preparing my video for the jigsaw. I actually just received my jigsaw set, so I think that will be really cool. I will do a special unboxing video for this, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you like it. Join me into my lives if you are interested in watching me playing video games. Other than that, I wish you a great continuation and see you to the next one. Bye bye.